It is Sunday and get a head start on the week with 6 orders in. Another one's just come in, so I'll pick that one as well. But first one, classic Star Wars, the original kind of sets, sticker sheet from the 501st Battle Pack, some rock parts that only went in the store yesterday from the store purchase, and they've gone already, high value items, and then a real random assortment of bits and pieces. Yeah, not sure what they're building there, but definitely Star Warsy feel to it. There's the one that's just come in, looks like an X-Wing, and there's another couple of here that look kind of X-Wingy as well. This one kind of clearing me out of a few bits. These lime tiles only came in earlier in the week and they're gone. Clearing me out of orange tiles, clearing me out of white 1x round plates, and a whole bunch of light blue grey in that one. Big colourful batch of classic colours here, clearing me out of heaps of the red stuff. It goes. When it comes in, it goes. 2x2 plates, 1x4 bricks, kind of those bricks that are kind of an L shape, they're all cleared out. This one looking like an X-Wing, definitely got the parts for it, predominantly the white parts of it, and this one, which is for pickup from a regular customer, is also an X-Wing, I suggest, but I may ask the question when they come and collect it. And the final one before I pick the one that's just come in is just some light blue grey parts, very techie looking, quite an interesting set. So a couple of those getting a tile, that one and this one, I think. Yeah, so slowish weekend in terms of sales, but the desk is gone and we starting to make room for the drawer system when it arrives towards the end of the month. Got a little bit of drawer labelling still to do, but yeah, kind of was a busy day putting parts into the store, but we'll catch up on all of that tomorrow. So that's it for now. I'm just going to crack on picking orders and getting the postage sorted. So this is the order that came in whilst I was talking. Again, very Star Warsy, probably Hoth, I would say, although I'm not sure about the dark red and dark blue bits, but the rest of it has a very Hoth feel. And then as I was picking that one, another one came in, and again, kind of classic Star Warsy kind of colours, light blue, dark blue, black. So that makes it 8 orders in, so fairly steady, still quieter than perhaps weekends in the beginning of the year, but so many new sets. I'm sure people have spent their money elsewhere and that kind of thing, but going to get all the postage done of all of these. Busy week ahead, certainly the first half of the week. Monday through Wednesday is going to be crazy busy with other work, so it's going to be quite limited what I can do in the store, but it is nice having so much space to move around. This is a bit chaotic, but it's good, and this is working all right, and eventually that'll be on top of a stack of these. So these, but 8 drawers high with those 2 on top, and then possibly a shelf above for some of these tubs, but that's where we're at currently. So I shall crack on with the postage and then get back to sorting out some of this stuff from the file, and there's been a couple of comments that people wanted a bit more detail in terms of the store merge and stuff like that, so I might do a little bit of a more detailed update on that kind of thing early in the week, given that there won't be much store activity to report on. So yeah, I shall crack on. Good morning. It is Monday the 11th of March, and a fairly busy weekend. Obviously you've seen the orders picked previously. I don't know whether we talked about where we were sitting after uploads. I didn't upload anything else yesterday. I literally just did orders and kind of admin. As I've said a couple of times now, I've got a lot of work, as in inverted commas, work that I need to do this week, which is going to probably mean there's not going to be much action on the store until Thursday, and then it'll be all guns blazing. But that's where we're sitting, 420,000 11,627 lots. There's been one order in overnight, which was this one, a big bunch of used dark blue grey, and then a whole bunch of dark blue grey, clearing me out of two particular parts. As I said, I think I said kind of in the vlog kind of recorded at the weekend, the desk is gone and the luxury of space is all mine for the time being. This is what the setup is. It's not perfect, but it is where we're at, and it does create a bit more room. The spare room looks like a Lego warehouse, which is a bit embarrassing and definitely needs a sort out. I've been using the overflow bins to house parts from the store that I've been merging, and whatever there was in there, kind of unusual stuff. There was a lot of windscreens and things like that, some crocodiles and things like that. So I'm using those and I'm labeling them a bit more effectively to give me a bit more control over where things are. Obviously, when we get the drawers, hopefully by the end of the month, there'll be another need for a little bit of a reorganisation. But it's a good problem to have. So, something I didn't mention over the weekend was the vlog. New one's gone up, 368, and it is only 8 AM on Monday, so it's going really well. But more significantly was one of the commenters, and whilst everyone's very, very appreciated, it's only gone and got Brick Arena commenting. The man himself. Yeah, Brick Freedom and Brick Arena commented in the same week, and there has been a lot of comments, a lot of good comments, and a lot of good chat. And I am really, really enjoying the interaction and the dialect. Obviously, kind of you're sitting in your workspace all by yourself the majority of the time, so having a bit of a chit chat, even if it is only online, with people is really good. So thank you everyone that's messaged there. Thank you the people that kind of reach out and ask questions on the Instagram as well. I will make a habit of checking that more regularly. I only checked it for the first time at the weekend and there was a fair few messages to catch up on. So that's what I did. The other thing I said I would do is just kind of recap where we are in terms of the store merging. We still have 18,000 just about parts to bring into the store, of which there's an awful lot of printed tiles. There's a lot of unusual bits to go. There's a lot of small bits still to go because I kind of put them off because it's a bit of a challenge. I haven't found that hippogriff yet. I haven't found him, but maybe I will. From their original file, so far 63,660 parts have been put in with a value of 13,500. Full disclosure, I paid £4,000 for all of the parts, so we're up. What's that? 4, 8, 12. Is that 3 times yet? No, but it will be easily by the time we're finished. So there's a fair bit to still go in, but this is what's gone in so far, which was, as I said, 63,660 parts. What that has actually meant in reality is that's actually 67,995, which is an increase of 4,335 parts, and that is simply by either parts not being in the inventory or parts being miscounted in the inventory, which I appreciate is an awful lot, right? Out of 68,000, give or take, nearly 4 and a bit thousand of those are parts that weren't in the inventory. So some of that's been up, some of them's been down. Kind of the original inventory for instruction manuals was really not very accurate, but I did know that to a degree. But things like the minifigures, we had 8 of those that were kind of not listed, and they were pretty decent value. Not that they've sold, but they're in there now. So that's kind of where we've gone. And I've had these 3 files which I've been working between. So I go in and I find whatever I'm going to work on next, and I cut and paste it and then delete it from this original import file, and then I paste it silently so it doesn't try and overwrite, and it just adds it in where it should be into my parts imported. And then I also paste it into my store merge, making a note of where I'm up to in terms of the line items. And that's where I do my count check, price check, inventory check stuff. So this document becomes the single source of truth for the actual parts. The previous file becomes the account of what things have been processed, and the first file is what remains to be processed. Whereas the other store that I purchased will be slightly different because everything's color sorted. So I haven't quite decided how best to tackle that one. And yesterday, Sunday, believe it or not, Australia Post were delivering, and they delivered a big order that I placed with another Australian store. So I've also got that to get in, and all that used to process. And yeah, there is a lot of things that I need to get done. So this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I've got an awful lot of work and meetings and presentations that I need to work through. But then Thursday onwards is going to be really trying to get, by the end of the weekend, the rest of this first store imported. So the beginning of next week, we can really tackle the backlog and see where we end up. We're, given that we're sitting at 420,000, I think we're going to get to about 480 or something like that by the end of the month, give or take, depending on how sales go. I guess if someone comes in and buys a whole heap, that might be a different story. But yeah, that's where we're at. As I said, it's only 8:15. I've already picked the one order that's come in. Everything else is packed and ready to go. But I'm not really going to do much more in terms of parting out or adding store parts. It's going to be about doing the work, which I think I've said a million times now, so you'll be bored shitless of that. So I shall check in as and when exciting things happen. One of the things that is proving tricky is not having that desk is actually doing orders and sorting and all that, because you just don't have enough top space to lay stuff out, so it becomes a little bit chaotic, and therefore I get a little bit tense about the situation. But all in good time. Those drawers will be there, there'll be a bench top back on top of it, they'll be up a bit and we'll be good. So orders, eBay sale going out, that was part of that collection that I purchased. The first one of those that sold. The others are currently listed on eBay. I will finish towards the end of the week. A couple of them are going really well, which is good, because I'm hoping that kind of collection will in fact pay for the drawers, which would be good. So orders in, there's a fair few actually. It's kind of been a busy start to the week. It's Tuesday today, so traditionally a lot slower day, so we shall see. But a dark blue base plate, which was part of the new store, and a whole load of dark blue bricks and plates. Obviously someone going big on that. A little bit of planting stuff and the usual odds and sods there. This one, nice little figure. I do like that helmet. It's a good figure, that one. I can't remember his name. And some just general parts. Again, looks like some kind of X-Wing, but I think he might have been a snowspeeder pilot. Maybe that's what he was from. That kind of tan coloured snowspeeder set. Can't remember, but usual kind of dark blue grey kind of action. So used parts over here, including I don't know whether that was a sticker or whether that was a printed tile, but it's not very scented, so not ideal. One of those domestic letters, which really shouldn't be a domestic letter unless you want to play hours of Jenga. Again, I need to have a look at that. Maybe when the post office put up the pricing for domestic letters on April the 1st, maybe that's a good time to just adjust the settings there, so orders like this where they do get quite bulky pass up into small parcel rate, because from a time efficiency point of view, you've got to weigh that up. And I know the argument would be a sale's a sale, but you know, when it's canopies and more delicate items, it is a little bit crazy. And then over here we have more red. Red is so popular, right? Whenever you've got red, it just goes, especially those 2x6 plates. Every time I get them in, and 2x2 and 2x3, they just go, which is good, but it is incredible. Same with yellow slopes like that. They always fly out the door as well. Anyway, there's another order, kind of a dark red and yellow, reddish brown kind of affair, whereas this is red and dark red and a bit of black thrown into the mix there. Big one over here again, a whole heap of light blue grey, dark blue grey, a bunch of black, a nice little collection of flat silver stuff, a canopy, and then a random assortment of other stuff. This one I need to go to the lockup because this Brickhead and this Land Rover set are in there, so I'll do that after this. It's only 8:30 in the morning, so the lockup's not actually open yet. A lot of pearl gold, and then bits and pieces of other stuff. And then that one, kind of, you know the drill. Some translite blue, a whole lot of dark blue grey. So yeah, so how many? I think it's 9 orders plus that eBay one over there, making for a fairly busy Monday, which is great. Certainly last week was one of the best performing weeks, not only in terms of sales but in terms of the vlog, and just proving my point that if you put "I bought another Bricklink store" in the title, it goes off the scale. We're up to 1,100 plus views, but the subscribers has rocketed up to 807. Real momentum growing, and loads of comments. So thank you everybody that's commented, just with thanks or questions and things like that. I try to answer all of them. I think I do answer all of them, to be honest. But it's good. It really does. It tickles me that the channel is going so well, and everyone seems to be enjoying it pretty much, which is lovely, because it is my company during the day, talking to you lot, as sentimental as that sounds. So yeah, there's that. Then this is kind of from all of those orders, that's the stuff that's running low, but I have put a few orders in this month already, so all of this will just need to wait. The priority is the shelving and some other expenses that I have just for general life. But I'm just going to show you the spare room, formerly known as the box room and currently known as the tip. So this is how the other side of the world is now. If you think that room's messy and it stresses me out, this one is just bananas. It's an absolute melee of crap everywhere that needs to be sorted. So we've got boxes of the big store that we bought. That's the box with the other store that we bought. That box is a massive order of parts that needs put away. This is buried under there. All of the overflow that you've seen a few times, these are some empty boxes. I think that is my medieval village in one of these ready to ship boxes, which is the first one I've seen. I saw it on another vlog that Lego were moving to these ready to ship boxes, and I think it might be a box within a box, but I've not opened it yet. So yeah, so that's that. This massive, what looks like a coffin, is more parts from the big store. There's that T-stick shuttle that I need to figure out what to do. There's a whole bag of CMFs down there which have been there way too long and need to get into the store, along with the minifigures in that other store. Over there is used. This is all used with the sorter, which I was trying out the other day. There's some overflow bins there, so they're the ones that are actually labelled up, so I know what's what. Packaging over there. I've managed to buy the wrong sizes in this. These are only 7.5 high, whereas I needed the 10 centimetre high. So again, another thing that I need to rectify. And there's more bloody parts around there and some Tupperwares. Yesterday was delivery day. I got a couple of the Senna sets, my Invisible Hand, gift for purchase, which I've put on eBay, and another one of those dragon things. That's all the sets that are on eBay, apart from those city sets, which are still waiting to be parted out. And then over here is my small stash of actual collecting stuff, but let's just give it a recap because we haven't done it this week. Here she is. This is the prize. I'm not sure how we're going to give this away, and obviously it doesn't come with the minifigures, but maybe someone could buy the minifigures because I do have them all in stock, I think. Yeah, or whether someone wants the box as well, I don't know, but that's the prize. And then all of these are waiting to be parted out, and these are going to be the start of the little minifigure shorts, which is why I've not tackled them yet. But anyway, I thought you'd appreciate seeing the fact that whilst some parts of your world can be organised, other parts are absolute shit show. So this is a job for the weekend. I'm going to work all weekend this weekend after Wednesdays kind of get clear of the freelance work. I'm going to put in a massive shift to clear up all of this and get it more sorted. There's just so much stuff that needs to be figured out, sorted, tidied up, put away, taken to the tip, all of that, because we need to get a bit more sorted, I think. Anyway, I'm rambling, so I'm going to go and sort out the post and packaging for everything, and then on with the rest of the work. Good morning. It is Thursday, so I think we've missed an entire day, simply because I was flat tack on freelance work, and yeah, what a time for it to be busy. It's all coming at once, so you can imagine the chaos that is surrounding me right now. There have been 12 or 11 orders in, which I'm going to go through quickly now because I've run out of room and there's more orders to pick. There's another 2 orders to pick. So where to begin? Over here. A couple of big ones. Are these two the big ones? I think so. This one's a right mixed bag of a whole load of quarter tiles, a whole load of small plates. This one's getting a tile, a whole load of plant bits, some animals and some minifigure parts, a bunch of tan wedge plates, some half bricks, some half tiles, some circle tiles, and a Obi-Wan Kenobi and a Lord of the Rings something or other. So yeah, a big old order, a real mixed bag. Pain in the ass counting all of those. They're really difficult to pick up, which is a real, just have a moan about making money, why don't you? This one, a big wad of interesting parts, kind of a real mixed bag in there. This one getting a tile as well, dark blue grey, black, and a massive wodge of light blue grey, and a Din Djarin and a Grogu sitting in there, which is cool. 2 orders here, one of them is like a whole bunch of tiles as well. This one's a pretty good one. Some windows and some drawers and cabinets, which is good because I bought a bunch of those, and then there's a fair chunk of them gone. And then this is an entire, I think it's 4 Friends sticker sheets, 3 of which are from the new purchase store, or one of them is from that art school that I had a couple of copies to part out way back whenever. Small order of dark blue grey parts, a bracket, some flags, and what is that thing called? Is it a slope inverted? There you go. And then over here, another chunky little order. Some red, dark red, a little bit of light blue grey, a lot of white, some black, some dark tan, and some dark blue grey, all going in there. Quite a lot of parts, but not particularly high value, that one. This one is split between tan and some tiles and a dark pink circular brick. Some 4x4 plates, little smattering of blue, and then clearing me out with the black, like 108 or something of those. So someone obviously doing something Mills platey, you've got to imagine. Another mixed bag, a bunch of white, a lot of weapons, some odds and sods, and 7 of the super battle droids going out there. What was it, 180 odd of these? I think it was 185 of those panels with a centre divide minifigure display pieces, really. They continue to be pretty popular, and they always seem to go out in good volume, which is a good thing. Just keeping them coming in is the tricky bit. And then just a general kind of parts order, some bricks, some tiles, some jumper 2x2 jumper plates that are trans clear, and then that one's pretty some binocular things. Another thing that I actually bought in to the store on with some bit of volume, which is good. Some skis, which have been lying around forever, haven't they? And that, and then there is an X-wing cockpit going out there. So, oh, nearly tripped over the boxes on the floor. It is a bit of a health hazard in here. So I've had a whole day where I haven't really done anything, but on the upside of that, the next 2 days are going to be all on. The vlog has gone insane, which is fantastic, and thanks again to everyone that's commenting and leaving like questions and words of encouragement. It really is thrilling seeing this ticking along, and we've rocketed up to 822, which means we are fast approaching the 1,000 subscribers and the turbo tank giveaway, which I now really have to put my thinking cap on of how we're going to manage that well, because you want it to be a good thing and you want everyone to get something out of it. In terms of the store, we've taken a hit on the parts. We are down to 416,000 parts, so quite a drop in those, and the week is ticking along pretty nicely, I'll be honest. Kind of that average order is up again this week. Everything else is down, but the average order is up at the moment, which is incredible. To try and help me keep focused over the next 2 days, I've made a list. That's my list of stuff that I want to get done. That spare room needs to be sorted out. Like, it's just chaos in there, so that's a priority, as is getting everything else I need done off of my plate, because there's only so many things you can keep in your mind that will work. A little delivery of this little thing, which is going to be featuring in some YouTube shorts, which is also on that list to figure. That is a rotating table. Nice little size, perfect for minifigures. It goes nice and slow, so I'm going to have a little bit of an experiment with that over the next 2 days or into the weekend. But other than that, it's the usual absolute mess. This is working all right from a kind of a flow point of view. I haven't, like, some orders are starting to be picked from this side of the room, But one of the things I want to do is get everything labelled up so that it's all done, so I don't have to think about it. But the tubs continue to be pretty useful when you're doing big orders and stuff like that. So, and the fact there's a bit of room to move them around now is good. So, you know, as you've gone through one, you can put it on that pile, so you know you don't have to re-look at that pile in order to find the box that you're looking for. Yeah, so that's where we're at. There's the usual mess that needs tidying up. Everything's always a bit of a tip in here, and until we get the new drawers and therefore some more surface back, it's just the way it is. So I'm going to sort out these orders, get them all packed up, and then move on to these final 2 orders that I need to pick. Like I say, this one's only 42 parts, and the subsequent one is 700, but it's only tiles in quantity, so whilst there's a lot of counting, it's not a lot of actual parts. And that's where we're at. Yeah, okay, I'm going to get on with that and I'll keep you posted. So 2 orders picked, pretty quick and easy. This one possibly a store, I think, given that it's 70 of each item apart from the white 2x2s, which are 280 of those. So red, yellow, bright green, dark azure, and some dark grey plates, getting a tile. And this one, pretty straightforward order, some light blue, dark blue, and some black. So I think that takes us to 13 orders to just get packed up and put away, and then on to the next thing, really. Kind of I want to clear this space off, find a new home for these plates. The overflow bin that I've been using for plates is overflowing, as is everything else, really. But the storage wars, it's just non-stop, kind of. Yeah, but there we are. That's how it is. I've got to find a home for all of these as well, and they're monstrous, aren't they? They take up a lot of room, so I'm going to have to stack them neatly to get them tidied away somewhere suitable. And then there's all of this that needs packing up and doing the postage for. So next job. It is, what time is it? It's 11 o'clock, and this is how long it takes me. It seems to take me ages. Half the day's gone. There's a delivery coming, and all the other orders are packed up and ready to go. 2 more have come in. This one kind of just your usual bits and pieces, a lot of greys, a bit of a mixed bag there. I don't know what it is. These kind of slopes, those ones, they have been massively popular this week. I think I'm sold out of them, and I had about 12 across 3 or 4 orders they've appeared in. So that's incredible. And a small order there going out as well, just domestic letter, so just that one to sort out the postage for. But Australia Post have done an update, and I won't show the address details, but you used to have to sign at the bottom of these things, every label, to say that there wasn't any dangerous goods, but they've done away with it. And on the international ones, you used to have to sign and put a date on it, and they've also done away with it on that. They just kind of pre-populate it from your account now, so it actually saves you a bit of time. So we've managed to tick one thing off the list, the top one. Good work, eh? Not that they're in any kind of order that need doing, but getting things out of the way. I have to update that as well. That needs to go on the list, because once it gets beyond to 1 page, it's a mammoth task to update and make sure your inventory is correct and you've got stock coming in of things that go out fast. So I will continue. Evening. It is 10 past 10 at night. It has been a long day, that's for sure. But we have put in 10,000 parts, over 10,000, 11,000 something parts, which has taken us back up to 427. So a fairly good effort of getting stuff in the store today. I've crossed off a few things from my list, not as much as I wanted to, that's for sure, but all of the new drawers, those additional accessory drawers and all of the empty drawers, although the small drawers are rapidly filling up, are all filled. And so yeah, we're just cracking on with it really. Got a little bit of the store in and got a little bit of an order in. We've still got 14,901 parts to take out of the first big store. The disparity of the parts is incredible. There was like 175 leaves and stuff like that that just weren't in the inventory. So what we've pulled out so far, as this jumps screens, give me a second. Yeah, so far we have taken out 66,843, but what is gone on the other end is 71,541. So that's 66, nearly 67, up to 71. So there's a big old difference. And like I say, still 15,000, the best part of to go. We're getting down to the weird and the wonderful though. There's a whole heap of train stuff that I'll be tackling tomorrow, along with the order that came in the other day. And there's a possibility that another order might arrive, so really need to knuckle down tomorrow. I also want to give the YouTube shorts the first go with my little turntable, but it is Friday tomorrow. I don't know where this week has gone. Just don't seem to have made many inroads with half the week going, so plenty to do tomorrow. Up and at 'em in the morning. What's that? It's been a long day. It's been like a 14-15 hour day. That's the dedication you need, people. That is the dedication. Yeah, well, gonna go and get myself a drink, sit down, chill out, and then start again tomorrow. Good morning. It is Friday. 3 orders in overnight. 702 parts, 3 parts, and 114 parts. So a few things to pick, which is good. Over on the vlog, we are cracking along, which is great. We're up to 824 subscribers, and last week's vlog has gone to 1,800 plus views, which is just phenomenal. Really is. And that's it really. Kind of, I'm torn between starting picking orders or just continuing putting parts into the store. It's a bit of a dilemma. Had a little order arrive for replenishment parts, some rock walls and some of those kind of engines that go on kind of Jedi interceptors and stuff. After we finished up last night, I went through and checked what CMFs I still had to list. Interestingly, a couple of goat herders, a heap of barbarians, a lot of these train figures. What is that dinosaur? Those are the crappy ones. A whole load of the mushroom ones, which I believe are popular, but you never really see them going out of the store here. It's really kind of the vampire one, the barbarian, and the goat herder that have been popular. So that needs sorting today. Orders are printed out and ready to go. One of them is for Gandalf as well, which is cool. And yeah, kind of in that kind of stasis where you just don't know what to begin with. There's all that stuff to sort out. There's all of that still needs kind of putting away. I'm tempted to leave orders till tomorrow, unless one of them is an express shipping. I'll check that first. I might leave the orders till tomorrow and just focus on trying to get as much of the stuff into the store finished and done and out of the way as I possibly can, so that tomorrow I can tackle the spare room. So that is where we are at. The post office is open on Saturday, so that's pretty cool. So I can get that done and get back to tackling my list. But first, I'm going to need a coffee. Good afternoon. This is an important public service announcement because I've just discovered something that Brick Store does to your entire file. every time you do something in part. So if I select an item, so let's just pay attention to these above and this item. So I'm cutting and pasting in batches of parts from the importing store. So I'm doing 1x1 plates next, having done minifigure utensils. And then my plan is to upload batches in big numbers towards the end of the day. But what I've discovered is if I go to copy the values from my store document, what happens is that it will change the prices that I've already changed across the entire document. So anything that's already in your store, it will change all of the pricing, which doesn't make a massive difference given that I've uploaded as I go along, but it means everything you do that day is subject to change. So if you've gone through and refined some things to be 6 month average, some things to be under current inventory average, and likewise, unbeknownst to me, and I guess to everyone else as well, as you're bringing in batches and copying the values from the document, it continues to copy the values from the document to all the elements in your open Brick Store file, which is a pain in the ass. Having, you know, what are we up to here? 73,500 parts, and it's going back and changing all of those files. So the number I'm getting in the top right, total value, isn't necessarily the one that I set, which is a bit of a pain. But I thought I'd better share that one because that's a fairly important point. It is getting pretty late on Friday, just been continuing uploading stuff from the store and just calling it a night. 11,500 parts put in today. We still have 3,500 parts to take out, and a massive amount of it is printed items, huge amount. It is going to take quite a while to finish that off, and there's a lot of hoses and things, so I'll have to measure them to double check them and all of that. So a fair way to go still, but we're within touching distance, which is good. There's been another 3 orders in through the day, so there's 6 orders to pick first thing in the morning. Up bright and early, get that done and boxed off. St. Patrick's Day tomorrow, so I might even have to go to the pub. So where are we up to? We have put in 83,000 parts, and given that there was only ever 81,000 parts in the whole thing, you can see how far out we are. So 78,150 is what we've cut and pasted from the original store file, and we are sitting at 83 and 48. So that's getting on for 5,000 discrepancy, which is huge discrepancy. And that is a word to the wise for anyone thinking of selling inventory, making sure your count is right. I have all sorts of pots gathering around me. There is this pot, which are things that are found in bags that they shouldn't have been, and I've already uploaded those parts, so I'm going to have to go through that at the end and put that in. That is a minifigure that I'm waiting to upload as well, so he's just in that pot. Those things need to go to where they belong. Oh, that's where those were. I was hunting for those, couldn't find them, went through every drawer. That is my pot of things that I've found in different drawers that shouldn't be there. And this is stuff that just doesn't seem to be in the Brick Store file, including Anakin with his cooler haircut. I have to get the right hair so I can finish that figure. It's looking pretty good. Like, we've got this tub and that tub left to sort, and there's one more through there with some bigger bits, but then we're into these masses of printed elements. So that's a job for tomorrow. when I'm feeling a little bit fresher, had a little bit of a tidy up so that I can come in and get to it in the morning. I still haven't done that. Just literally, what's that been? That's like a 12-hour shift. Like, I haven't left my desk and I haven't crossed anything off my list either. Although I did contact the really useful box company people about the drawers and their arrival. So there's the orders ready for the morning. That's probably me for today. Oh no, I was going to show you. I was going to show you how many parts we're up to. Oh, bear with me. I tell you, it's a late one. Where are we up to? We are up to 437,848. Just going crazy, isn't it? Just going crazy. And nearly knocking on 12,000 lots. By the time we've been through those printed tiles and slopes and stuff like that, we're going to go past 12,000 lots, which is just incredible because it seemed to take forever to get to 10,000, and now we're just storming past it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the day. It's Friday, it's 10 to 11 at night, and I'm going to call it a day there. But in a kind of extended week, because I've missed out on so much in the beginning of the week, I'll be back tomorrow. Good morning. It is Saturday. Oh, sorry, still got my music playing. One moment. Probably easier for you to hear. Saturday morning, 9 a.m. in the shop. We're calling it a shop these days. It certainly feels like a shop, doesn't it? It's kind of, I'm right by the cupboard. Yep, it's an early start. We've got 6 orders to pick. There is one, what is it, delivery quest? Order request, whatever it is, on Brickowl. We have the orders to do and get sorted, as we didn't do any yesterday. There were none overnight, so it's been a pretty quiet end to the week, strangely. And then it is complete, the first of the big tasks. 3,500 parts to go, and then I want to get rid of those. Actually, I've got an order that's that quote request is 2 of those mushroom heads, which having said I haven't sold any yesterday, there you go. I obviously manifested it. So first up is finding a couple of minifigures in Overflow 5, which when you think about it, that's Overflow 5 and we're just working on Overflow 12 down here. So it takes up a lot of room, and I also want to have a little go with this thing. I've been saying it all week, but we are going to do it today. We're going to see the turny table in action. There's a whole bunch of Lego auctions finishing on eBay as well this morning. Ray the Castaway's just finished, and there's a few gifts with purchases and stuff like that to go from that haul that I bought, or from 2 hauls actually, from the one where I bought the T6 shuttle, and from that large collection I bought out in the countryside with all the horses, which is the only way I remember it because I've no idea where it was. Anyway, all about it today. Going to crack into it, try and clear as much of this to-do list as I possibly can. But it's going to be 32 degrees. It's St. Patrick's Day, so happy St. Patrick's Day to all my Irish mates, especially Luke, who sorts me out with the magazines, and all the guys that I know who are Irish, which is actually a lot when I come to think of it. But there's an awful lot of Irish people around here, and there's a really good Irish pub. So what better way to reward yourself for finishing 81,000 or whatever it turns out to be, we'll see by the end, is to go out for pub on go to the pub on Irish Day, St. Patrick's Day. Right, rambling, time for start picking and less chatting. Okay, so picked. It's taken me quite a while. It's almost 1 o'clock. This order in particular, a lot of parts. Yeah, it takes me a while sometimes. So it's got a bunch of stuff, little mixture, a load of chairs, some black, a whole bunch of dark blue, some red, dark red, and then a whole bunch of white, dark blue grey and light blue grey. Big parcel, that one. So that was that 700 and something parts, but a lot of lots. And then over here we've got dark blue, grey, kind of the usual suspects kind of thing. I'm going to suggest that that is some kind of Star Wars thing, simply because of those axles and things, but you never know, could be a medieval doodah. Clearing me out of quite a few things here. Tan, a lot of reddish brown tiles, some dark brown, and some printed tiles, including the dollar notes. And the value of a dollar note, 40 something cents. So there you go. Lord of the Rings on this one. Grandalf? Grandad the Grey? Gandalf the Grey, and a couple of the skeletons, and then two small Brickowl orders, a Imperial Guard, and some dark grey parts, and then this one, a green suitcase, which I have no idea where that came from, but it's there. It must have been one of the Friends sets, I imagine, and some other small parts. So 6 orders. I'm just going to pack them up and get them to the post office before it closes in an hour and a bit. So I also need to have a shower and things like that. Such is the exciting life that I lead. And then I haven't quite decided what to do next. I haven't decided whether to put in the other store order that I got first before I complete doing this, because essentially thousands and thousands of the parts, you know, we've got 3,500 left, probably 2,000 of those are printed tiles, of which they're all ones, apart from those things which must be from a space set, but there's so many of them. The bag fell off the desk. But yeah, there's a couple of thousand single parts there, and then there's a load of hoses which I'm going to have to measure, which, you know, I don't know. I've not quite got the enthusiasm for it today after yesterday. Maybe it's because of the weekend and it's sunny, and I mentioned the pub. But anyway, get these packed, get them off, and then on to the next thing. It is Saturday early evening, I guess you'd call that. We are down to 2,798 parts. It's getting close. I'm going to finish this today if it kills me. Just working through decorated parts at the moment. Post-haul went, obviously, and here is the minifigure thing. So this rotates just like that. And yes, before anyone starts leaving comments that he's not got the right hair, I know that. It's what it was on when I pulled it out of the store. I'm getting a new part for it, but this is it. My little turny thing. It's alright, isn't it? Goes out of focus a little bit as he rotates sometimes, like that. It's a little bit of a problem. I don't know how you turn off autofocus. I'll have to figure that out to do it properly, but I've done a little demo. There you go. So expect that soon, probably before I actually get this vlog up. Anyway, I'm continuing, so I'll let you know when I'm done. And we've done it. We're up to 441,000 parts, way past the 12,000 lots. It is 20 to 1 in the morning on Sunday, and I have just finished importing the store. Just finished. So we have put in 86,732 parts. That comes from 81,352. It's an increase of 5,380 parts that were not listed in the inventory. And it's about, well, it's a lot of money. Let's just say it's a shocking amount. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the one. So yeah, it's all in. Can't quite believe it. 5,209 lots all put in. All that remains, it seems like it's taking me ages to do 3,500 parts today, but the panels and the hoses and the printed tiles, such a lot of work. I've got one little pot here of erroneous parts that I will work through at some point, and there is this bag of used. This is where all the used was. that will need to be sorted at some point, but until I get the drawer expansion, I don't have any room to do anything with that. So that will wait. They're off to they're going in an overflow bin. And then the empties. Done. Tell you what, that was epic. And towards the end, slightly soul destroying. As you kind of get to the end, you're like, oh, all of the panels and all of the, yeah, those panels are weird. Technic panels. Anyway, we shall see. We cannot grumble at 441. It's pretty good. We've got another store to put in. That's about, I can't remember what that is now. Hang on, let me see if I can find the file. Is that it? Yeah. So the next store is 12,154, and it's all colour sorted as opposed to just parts sorted. So this one's going to take a little while to do as well. And there is one order that I made that's sitting through there that I need to put in as well. So I think between them, that's going to put another 20,000 parts on there, which will take us up into the 450s, knocking on the door of that 500,000. Whew. Well, right, I'm off to bed. There's been a couple of orders in through the day. I'll worry about them tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. This is a long week, isn't it?